Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So recently I bought some nail art supplies and I got two chameleon powders. So I couldn't wait to see what they look like in resin, and that is what we're doing today. We're making another set of pendants with the bubbles effect. And I'm starting out here with 2-part epoxy resin that I colored black. And I'm partially filling the cavities. Whenever I overpour, I just use my stick to scoop up some of the extra resin from the cavity. To create the bubbles effect, it's very easy. We need some UV resin, we need some soap bubbles, and we get that by mixing soap and water. And here the star of today's show, my two new chameleon powders. By the way, if you didn't know, nail art supplies is a great place to search for things you can add to your resin craft, especially if you want to try something out without making a big money commitment, because a lot of the things that are used to make art on nails can be used to make art in resin, and it's pretty cool, I think. Alright, so after our epoxy resin has cured, I added some UV resin, I spread it out, and now it's time to add the bubbles on top of the UV resin. The cool thing is that the bubbles are going to create impressions in the UV resin after it has cured, and this creates a nice texture that makes for a really pretty effect. When I did this effect in a previous video that is on the channel, I used iridescent powders because that's what I had. So I'm really curious to see if the chameleon powders are going to enhance the effect. Quick confession here, for the longest time I struggled to understand the difference between iridescent powder and chameleon powder, because I'm almost sure that I bought some powders that were sold to me as chameleon powders, but they look exactly like iridescent powder. I did not see a difference. But when I see other resin artists use chameleon powders, it does look different from the iridescent powder. So I'm excited to see the difference here. So this is the first one. And oh, by the way, before adding the powder, I pat dried the pieces with paper towel, then I allowed it to air dry for a few minutes. Back to the powder. Now this is definitely looking different from the iridescent powder that I have, because I'm seeing different colors here. I'm seeing green, I'm seeing a little bit of blue, and I'm definitely seeing yellow. And it definitely gives a different look from the iridescent powder. So that's nice. I like it. So I guess there is a difference in the chameleon powder and the iridescent powder, which kind of makes sense because chameleons, what I know about chameleons is that they have different colors. Not that they have different shades of the same color, but they can change colors. So that's cool. The purple now. I am sorry, but I did not see the difference in the purple. I'm not sure what is going on here. And now I regret not doing a side-by-side comparison with this chameleon powder purple and the iridescent purple that I have. Maybe that is something that I can do in the future. The one that I colored blue is my iridescent blue, which is my favorite iridescent powder, and it's just as vibrant as these chameleon powders. So a side by side would make for a good comparison, I think. Anyways, after coloring them, it's just time to add some UV resin to top them up. The only bad part of this effect is that there's a lot of bubbles because of the amount of small crevices that have been created by the impressions of the bubbles. There's so many little spaces that bubbles get trapped under the resin that we use to top it up. But that doesn't take too much away from the overall finish. So I'm coming in and just popping as much as I can with the little lighter there. And after this, it's just time to cure our pendants and we are finished. So this is where we're at now at the end of it all. I think they turned out nice. No big surprises there. This effect is pretty hard to mess up. So it's not a bad effect to try if you're a beginner and you want to create something interesting. My favorite is the greenish, bluish, yellowish chameleon powder. I do really like the effect on that one. I did not see the difference with the purple one, which actually looks purplish, pinkish. And of course, I love my iridescent blue. Anyways, that's it for this video. I thank you so much. I have included pictures in the end at the end of the video so that you can have a better view of the pieces. As always, thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate your support on this channel. We are growing and I can't thank you enough. Have a wonderful day and a restful night. Bye.